cries for freedom, a call for change. Dozens of people gathered outside the Burmese embassy in Bangkok on Friday the 9th of September to demand the release of Hla Hla Win, an imprisoned Burmese video journalist.
Free, free, Hla Hla Win! Free, free, Hla Hla Win! Free, free!
We're here today to speak out for Hla Hla Win.
Hla Hla Win was arrested 2 years ago in September 2009 while working for exiled broadcaster Democratic Voice of Burma, or DVB.
Ba abye ma mashi be ne main kali tayaw takae ayue kaung main kali tayaw ko ba apye mu ma meme ya mashi be ne taung tan 29 နှစ်ဒီစစ်အာဏာရှင်တွေကသူ့ကိုအမိန့်ချခဲ့တယ်
Just 25 years old at the time of her arrest, Hla Hla Win was sentenced to more time in prison than she had even been alive. The arrest took place as she was returning from a DVB reporting assignment in central Burma for the anniversary of the 2007 monks' uprising.
Now, this Shuayon Nibale Nani de Kama, Shuayon Sapugere, Pakokku, Pong Johnny, Tuavido to interview me, so we got to a Pakokku never go, Toya and we got to Pankang. To Pakokku Town Matari.
Initially detained under the Import-Export Act, Hla Hla Win was sentenced to 7 years in prison for riding on the back of an unregistered motorbike. Her sentence was later extended by 20 years under the Electronics Act after she admitted she worked for DVB.
She committed herself as a TV journalist, and so that's why she got more years in prison. But she believed she didn't do anything wrong.
Hla Hla Win is one of 17 journalists from DVB currently behind bars in Burma. The protest was part of the Free Burma VJ campaign, which lobbies for the freedom of all DVB's detained journalists.
So people like our video journalists, VJ has always been hunted down by police, special brand police, military intelligence, and all authorities, because the government, the regime in Burma, always trying to control the flow of information, especially video.
At an event so focused on press freedom, it was not surprising that there was a large media presence, with photo and video journalists making up a large proportion of the crowd. Burma has one of the poorest records for press freedom in the world, and it is the 4th worst jailer of journalists, according to a 2010 report by the Committee to Protect Journalists. But with the reign of a new government in Burma has come a call for real change.
Real change in Burma!
Real change in Burma!
Young video journalists, as well as a volunteer teacher.
After reading out a letter to the Burmese ambassador for Thailand requesting the release of Hla Hla Win, the protesters attempted to deliver it to the ambassador himself.
We're going to give the letter to Burmese ambassador calling on Hla Hla Win's release and all the political prisoners released.
But just as the cries of the protesters were met by a stony wall of silence, when attempting to deliver it, the door was shut on the protesters. The letter was eventually given to the Thai police watching over the protest, who reassured participants it would be delivered later. Hla Hla Win is just one of almost 2,000 political prisoners in Burma. But the gathering today was a message not just to the Burmese government, but to her and to all her fellow prisoners, to show they are not forgotten.
DVB အတွက်ကျွန်တော်တို့နောက်အတွက်ဒီနောက်အတွက်အလုပ်လုပ်ပေးခဲ့ရိုက်ပေးခဲ့တဲ့ရုပ်သံသတင်းတွေလည်းအများကြီးရှိပါတယ်ကျွန်တော်တို့နောက်မှာလာလောက်ရတဲ့ရည်ရွယ်ချက်ကိုပြည်တွင်းထဲမှာရှိတဲ့သတင်းတွေလူတွေမတရားခံနေရတာတွေကိုသူကနိုင်ငံတကာသိစေချင်တယ်ဗမာတနိုင်ငံလုံးကသိစေချင်တဲ့စိတ်ဓာတ်သူ့ရဲ့နိုင်ငံရေးခံယူချက်နဲ့သူကကျွန်တော်တို့စီကိုလာပြီးတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့နဲ့လာဆက်သွယ်ပြီးတော့ပူးပေါင်းပြီးကျွန်တော်တို့နဲ့အတူတူအလုပ်တွေတွဲလုပ်ကြတယ်ပေါ့
Just as Hla Hla Win tried to speak out for those inside Burma, demonstrators spoke out for her today. And when the doors did finally open again, the protest had left its mark.